Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with a C, back at you with another video, and welcome back to Stranger Things Season 3 reaction. So, if you haven't caught up on my channel, I have been reacting to Stranger Things Season 3, and I've been loving this season. So, you guys, I'm gonna do my last and final reaction for the night, not of the season, because I still have like at least about 3 more episodes after this one to go. Was it 2 or 3? No, it'll be 2 more episodes after this one to go, because this is going to be season 3, episode 6, Pluribus Unum, which I think is Latin for something. So, I've heard it before. I just don't recall what it means right now. So, yes, episode 5, you guys, was lit. All these episodes been lit to me, but episode 5, my favorite character, Steve Harrington. Put some respect on Steve Harrington's name. Put some respect on Steve's name. Steve fought a Russian who was armed with a weapon. He rushed the dude and beat the dude down like he said he was gonna do. And his little buddy Dustin cheered him on. He's like, bro, you wanna fight. Y'all gonna stop playing with my boy Steve. Put some respect on Steve Harrington's name. So, yes, that was the highlight. Steve wanna fight. Nancy, Jonathan, where we left off, they was in the hospital. Tom and the other annoying guy who always messing with Nancy were infected. Clearly, they were trying to kill Nancy and Jonathan. Then Nancy and Jonathan, well, essentially Nancy killed that dude, and essentially with her killing that dude, well, I don't know actually who killed who first, because Nancy like hit the dude with the fire extinguisher, and then Jonathan stabbed Tom in the neck with the scissors. Which I feel really bad about that, because like that's Heather's dad. Like that's a person. Like I feel really bad that they killed Tom. Like, because I kind of have a hope that these people, even though they're infected, they can be cured. Especially like Billy. Like, I mean, Billy, I don't think Billy's the best person in the world, but I mean, he can come back. I mean, come on now. So I don't think Billy intended to be killing nobody. So he might have been a jerk, but he wasn't no killer. So, I hate that, actually, I really do hate that Tom died, as well as, the other guy. So, then they died, they turned into this disgusting blob monster, and they're in the hospital, and so that's kind of where we left off. Joyce and Hopper are with Alexi, with Murray Bowman. Who else? I think that's pretty much it, because Nancy, Jonathan, and the kids are all together. And then, yeah, you had Steve beat down a Russian dude, and then they saw that, like, the Russians are trying to blast into the Upside Down. So the little green substance they discovered is actually, yeah, trying to get into the Upside Down. And so that was pretty much my recap, you guys. But, again, like I mentioned in my last videos, this is just kind of like my PSA, or, you know, for your information. I do record all these reactions on my phone, so they're not necessarily the top-notch, you know, movie studio quality. So I do apologize, and my lighting is not the best. As you can tell, it is evening. It's actually like a little bit after 9 p.m. So yes, the lighting is pretty much gone. I just have superficial lighting, so it's, again, not going to be the best. It's kind of grainy, you guys. So I do apologize for that, but I just wanted to utilize the time to go ahead and film these so I can go ahead and edit and get these up for you guys. Also, make sure you adjust your devices accordingly. The volume does change. I do record and edit on my phone, so the volume does fluctuate. So this beginning part is going to be one volume, and it's going to be at one, yeah, volume, and then the reaction portion is going to be probably a little bit louder, and the volume is going to be more like echoey maybe. So make sure you do adjust your recording or your listening device, your audio device, accordingly. So again, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reaction. This is season 3, episode 6, Stranger Things, and I will see you guys on the other side with my review and observations. Bye, guys.
Come on! Go! Just get out of here! Go! Come on! No! Just go get them out! Okay? What are you doing? Go! I won't forget you! I won't forget you. I'll know what you got. Oh my God! Shit! That's it! No! Fertilizer behind the door? What's happening? Can Nancy not go down the other hallway? Hey! 2 at a time! Well, we ain't concerned about that right now. Get your stuff. Somebody. Oh,
Pluribus, Unum.
Investigate. But now, for some insane reason, the Russians appear to be trying to reopen it, which just destroys everything we risked our lives for.
You telling Erica?
Like we Uncle and Lucas?
Yes, of course.
So all that shit you told me, Lucas was there?
Yeah.
My brother, Lucas Charles Sinclair?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Wait, so you believe everything about Elle and the game?
You don't believe Lucas was there.
But
She's like, yeah.
question your brother's involvement?
That's correct.
Makes total sense.
That's
You need
correct.
help with that?
No, you could just let us go, all right? And I'm not gonna tell anybody about this, okay? Shit happens, life goes on. And ice cream, okay? You guys know what ice cream is. Everybody loves ice cream. I don't know if you have Russian ice cream or if that's considered gelato. I don't know what's what, but whatever you guys want. Seriously,
Wait,
it was like butterscotch. I mean, you gotta try it. It is out of this world, I'm telling you.
What the heck?
I like this guy.
I like that shirt. Like neon and black. Pretty cool. I messed with your style this season 11.
What if she gets brain damage or something?
Oh shit, is that like a real thing?
No, it's not.
It's not a real
What the
thing.
hell he's talking about?
Oh, and you do?
No. So what about the source? I mean, did the mind flayer just suddenly stop infecting people? And even if
That's
the
a good
flayed
question.
are monsters now, why can't Elle find them? The fact is, she's not yours. She's her own person, fully capable of making her own decisions.
She's risking her life for no reason.
For no reason, Mike the Flater out there doing God knows what.
Killing, flaying.
Killing flag. About no reason.
She knows her abilities better than any of us.
Exactly, thanks.
In fact, how careless all of you are. You're treating her like some kind of machine when she's not a machine, and I don't want her to die looking for the fluid when they've obviously vanished off the face of the earth. So can we please just come up with a new plan, because I love her and I can't lose her again.
Aww. That's sweet.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Aw.
Nothing. Just family discussion.
Just a family discussion.
Лишь половина этой формы.
But it seems this key was only half the equation.
Вторая половина. Географическая точка.
Location was the other half.
Okay.
Пожалуйста. В Хокинсе этот портал уже однажды открывался.
Hawkins, this door had been opened once.
Барьер еще, как бы это сказать, заживает.
It was still healing.
Try telling the truth this time, yes? To make your visit
Oh
less painful.
no! What is happening?
Wait a sec, wait. Hold on. Okay. Wait, what is that thing?
It will help you talk.
Did you actually know?
Oh my God! What is Steve's neck?
Mike, I need you to trust me.
Aww. Look at her.
Just be careful.
I said he done lost his woman twice. He ain't losing it no more.
Can you hear me?
I don't think this is wise.
I want to see what happened.
Shoot.
Something's wrong.
Shoot. How did we get here? What is that? Billy's mom? Who is this?
You did it!
I think it is. It's Billy's mom.
A boy.
How did you find us?
Totally by accident.
Опять врет.
Oh my gosh.
What is that shiny little toy? Whoa, whoa.
Hey, see, hey.
Oh, no, 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 no!
song the silver cat feeds when blue
Oh
meets
my
yellow.
gosh. I'm sorry if I yell in your ear. I can't do
Past that
torture.
stupid.
What is that? Oh, yo! They came back.
Hey, Anderson. That's crazy. I was just talking about you.
Oh my gosh, they're talking about you.
What that race? A pussy or a son? Leave me alone! Hey! That's right, run like you always do! Where were you last night? Where were you?
I told you I was with Wendy.
Stop lying to me!
I'm not lying.
Saw him again, didn't you? Didn't you?
Wait for me. You what?
You whore!
Stop it! Stop it! No!
Hey!
I don't understand. Why not? Please, Mom, don't do that. Please come.
Hey. Visuals on this. This is freaking awesome. Wow. Shoot.
You shouldn't have looked for me. Because now I see you. Now we can all see you. You let us in. And now you are going to have to let us stay. You see, all this time we've been building it. We've been building it for you. All that pain, all of it for you and it. And we are going to end you. And when you are gone, we are going to end your friends. And then we are going to end everyone.
Oh my god! Killing them all! So like they're just dead. There's no saving them, is there? Oh my god! I cannot. Jesus! Okay. So that was season 3, episode 6. E Pluribus Unum. I don't know what that means. Someone comment below. Tell me what that means. So, because I don't know, I might look it up and see what it means. But, yeah, so you had Hop and Joyce where they're trying to get Sam Owens, the doctor from last year, to come and help them. Then you have Steve and Robin are still like imprisoned by the Russians and being tortured. Definitely they tortured Steve. They beat Steve down and put a drug in him. It looked like they were trying to do something with the finger. I can't watch stuff when people are tortured, y'all. I'm sorry if I hurt anyone's ears. I just cannot do torture stuff, and especially not from my favorite character, Steve Harrington. So him and Robin did get some little time though, just to kind of reflect, because Robin did know Steve like back when he was being a jerk, and was a popular guy or whatever, but she still messed with him. She still liked him, and so they kind of got some time to talk, so that was cool. But then Dustin and Erica did come back clutch, and they did come and save Steve and Robin, so that was really good. Then you had like Eleven and Nancy, Jonathan, all of them, and essentially they were able to get out of the hospital in the beginning, and then you had it essentially where they were trying to locate where the mind flayer was essentially, and so Elle kept trying to like find Tom and like some of the other ones, but she said she couldn't find them, so like she recalled this memory essentially where she did go into her mother's memories to learn certain things, and so she tried to do that with Billy, and it was really crazy. Again, I really love the storytelling in Stranger Things and how like we can kind of I really love that from last season, like that whole episode with 11 going into her mother's mind and kind of discovering like why her mother repeated certain things and why her mother was essentially brain dead. So I really love that, and they kind of use the same thing to try to delve into Billy's mind and to figure out where the mind flayer was. And so it was kind of cool to essentially go through Billy's memories and see kind of like how he ended up here, because that was, I know, one of the complaints people had from last season is that like Billy and Maxine just seemed kind of one-dimensional, and so it just added a little bit more layers to Billy, except, you know, besides being like an instrument of the mind flayer, you kind of just see like where he came from and kind of his journey as far as like getting here. You know, he was a happy child, and then his dad was very abusive, as we saw that in last season, and his mom, it looks like, went away, and so that's essentially what we did see. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, like, essentially it was cool to just really go through Billy's memories. And, like, just the visuals on all of that. That whole scene with 11, like, going into his mind and kind of, like, her falling backward after he grabbed her. That whole scene was really, really good. And then you had it when she kind of delved back out. She had this one-on-one interaction with Billy, who was the voice of the mind flayer, and essentially he's saying that, you know, we built it for you, or I built it for you, essentially, like, said he's been building, and that's, I guess, what he was telling Billy, like, he wanted Billy to build, so he wanted Billy to essentially bring all these people to be infected, and then all these people were going to essentially build the mind flayer in this dimension. Because we always saw the mind flayer in the Upside Down, but now the mind flayer is in this, like in Hawkins, he's actually in this dimension, and he's using people. And we saw that disgusting thing at the end, and essentially all the people that have been infected, like they all came, and I don't think there's any coming back from that. I think all those people are just dead. So essentially, like, they all like liquidized and became that disgusting blob stuff and became the mind flayer. So, I mean, he was doing that with the rats, but then it's like when he got the people, he can not only use the people for his purposes, but then when he's done using the people, like, he can essentially liquidize them and they all become a part of him, and it makes him bigger and bigger. So that is really crazy. It was crazy to see that at the end. So, and they all know now where 11 is. So, man, that was a really good episode. I'm glad that Steven and Robin did get saved, though. Real talk. So that was really good. Because the Russians were interrogating them and torturing them, and I wasn't here for that. So that was really good. But it definitely was this episode. This is episode 6. It definitely took a darker turn, this episode, with, you know, them being tortured and, you know, going through Billy's memories, and all those people essentially, like, they dead, like, which is bad. I don't know what they're gonna do with Billy then. But I think Billy, because he was the first one, I believe, who was pretty much infected, I think they're gonna be able to bring Billy back. But Heather dead, her mom and daddy dead, like, the whole family look like they dead. Like, that's, how they gonna explain that? Like, what happened to all these people? That's horrible. So, and he was, you know, essentially had that one-on-one dialogue with 11, saying, like, you know, you brought us here, and now we're gonna stay, and we're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill all your friends after that. So, it's crazy. Crazy. So it's 2 more episodes left, you guys. If you did enjoy this reaction, make sure you do give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you do share it with anyone else who's watching Stranger Things Season 3. And also, make sure you do, again, comment below. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I felt like this episode was, like, really dark. Exponentially darker than, like, the other 5 episodes. So, and then also just make sure you do subscribe to the channel, you guys. Again, you do that by hitting the red button below and hitting the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. So you guys, I'm going to be working to get, because I just filmed the 3 videos today, episodes 4, 5, and this one is 6. So I'm going to be working to edit these and get these out to you. I'm trying to do 1 a day if I can. And hopefully if I'm able to do that, I'll be able to record episode 7 and 8 very soon and then get those out. My goal is hopefully by the end of this week, which today again is Sunday, July 7th, 2019. So hopefully by the end of this week, I'll be done with Stranger Things and we can get back to the other reactions that I do on my channel as well. So after Stranger Things, don't unsubscribe from me. You guys, I do still do other reactions and I do other types of videos as well. So make sure you check those out on my channel. But again, you guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.